Hey Fit friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Holly of RenewalFitCoach.com. I'm a holistic nutritionist, a personal trainer, a doTERRA wellness advocate, and someone who sees health and fitness from a very holistic point of view. So I like to incorporate the spiritual aspects of life and also emotional and mental into my work with clients and into my own personal health and fitness. So that's why in this video, I wanted to give you 3 ways that you can incorporate your spiritual life and God into exercise, your workouts, and your diet. I know as a coach and someone who has also gone through weight loss and a health journey that it can require some extra motivation sometimes, right? It's not always super easy to do these things. And when we can attach more meaning to it and more purpose to it, it makes it far more achievable, it makes it more interesting, and it makes it something that we tend to want to stick with more. I find that often my clients, when we bring in a spiritual component to it, that it makes it far more exciting for them and something that they want to achieve even greater. It gives them motivation, especially for things that are hard, like weight loss. So let's start with number 1, and that is to invite God into your workouts. This is probably one of the simplest things to do, but also one of the easiest things to forget about. But when you are at the gym doing a workout, or maybe you're out for a run or a swim or a bike, that's such good space and time that you have to be alone, right? It's just you and your thoughts. There might be other people around, right? Either on the road or in the gym. But most of the time, unless you always work out with a friend or go to a group fitness class, these are some really personal times that you are just by yourself, alone with your thoughts, that you can bring God into. So when you step into that workout, whatever type it is, start by attaching a prayer to it. Pray your way into it and ask God to come and to speak to you during that time. I know for me and for many others that sometimes that workout is when we hear God the best. Some of that is because we are able to just sort of open up more when we're moving, when we're doing something with our bodies. But also it's just this big block of time, whether it's 20 minutes or 2 hours, that you have to really just think. So use this time to talk to God, to listen to God, and to see how you can grow in your spiritual life. So this way your workout can really become just an extended form of worship and prayer and time to be with God, to learn and to spiritually grow. The second thing that I love to do when you're doing something in your workout that is hard, we usually hit a moment where we want to either stop or back off. We always hit those points in some of our workouts. This is a critical point that you can use to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and to connect with God. So when you hit this point where it feels like this is too hard, I don't want to do anymore, keep pushing. And take this moment again to ask God to help you and to reveal things to yourself about this as well. So I always like to think about this time where I am going, okay, I'm gonna do 1 more rep or 2 more reps, or I'm gonna keep running even though I really want to stop. When I then keep going, I take that moment to remind myself I can do hard things. I can do this in the gym, I can do this on the road, I can do this in my job, I can do this in my relationship, I can do this in my career, I can do this in the dreams that I'm pursuing, right? We're always gonna hit points in life where we want to quit, where we want to say, it's too hard, I don't wanna do anymore. But in the gym or in your workout, wherever it is, when you hit that point and you can get yourself to push a little bit further, it builds that confidence and strength and habit that when things get hard, you don't quit. You go a little bit further, and that strength, that ability can apply to every area of your life so that when you hit hard things, you can remind yourself, no, I can do hard things. I can keep going. I'm not going to give up.
And this is a great reinforcement of Scripture when it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is a great verse to repeat to yourself at the gym to solidify this concept.
The third way that we can bring God into our health and fitness is more around nutrition or diet. So this can apply if you're just trying to eat healthier, but it can also apply if you are trying to lose weight. And especially if you really struggle with food, if there are certain temptations that you have that you feel like are really hard to fight. When it comes to food, when you sit down to eat your meal, take this moment, again, when you're praying over your food, you're blessing the food, right? To take a moment and ask God to help you. If you're struggling with maybe overeating or eating things that maybe you know aren't the best for you, to take a moment and say, God, please help me in this time. Not only bless this food to my body, but give me strength to have discipline, to stop before I'm overly full, to not eat the things that I really want to eat right now that I know are not good for me or I know are not going to help me. And remind yourself, and you might say this in a prayer to God, that God is your nourishment. God is your portion. He is your strength. He is what feeds your soul. He is your provision. It's not the food, right? Most of us have some sort of comfort food or drink that we like to go to, but that never truly fills us. It's only God that fills us. So take this moment when you begin a meal, as well as when you're struggling. Maybe you're about to go to the pantry or the refrigerator when you know maybe you're not hungry, you're just going to something to make you feel better. Take this moment and give it to God. Bring God into it and ask Him to help you. Remind yourself that He is your only source of comfort, of nourishment, and fulfillment, and this food or this drink is not going to do it. So ask God before you eat to help you with this, and then anytime you're struggling, ask God to come and help you. It says in the Bible that God understands temptations and He's with us in those. He always gives us a way out, right? So He is there when we're struggling with temptation to say, okay, God, I really want this dessert, or I really want this bag of chips, or I really want this glass of alcohol, but I know that's not the best for me. Please come and give me strength to say no to this thing. And you might need to, in that, also go out and go for a walk or journal or go find something else to do. Remove yourself from that place and go and spend that time with God with somewhere that's away from the food. So taking time in your daily meals and eating habits to acknowledge that God is your source of nourishment is a great way to bring God into your whole life and help you to grow spiritually and to seek God instead of food for true comfort and nourishment. So I hope that these tips are really helpful to you. I know these have been massive in my own health and fitness journey, in my own weight loss journey, and in my own spiritual life. These are some of the biggest components that I learned that motivated me to become a coach so that I could share these things with other people, because it totally transformed not only my fitness, not only my health, but the rest of my life as well. So start practicing these things this week. Write them down somewhere so you don't forget. Post them up where you'll see them and remember them. Bring them into your daily life and habits and see how they transform your life, your health, and your spiritual life. And if you need some other help along the way, you can always visit my website. I have a meal plans page there with some different downloads if you need some ideas of things to eat. If you need more support in this, if you need a little bit of coaching through, maybe some accountability in this, that's what I'm here for as well. You can contact me for one-on-one coaching. I also do free consults if you'd like to learn a little bit more before you commit. That's fine too. You can contact me at renewalfitcoach@gmail.com to learn more. So thanks so much for watching. If this was helpful to you, please give it a like and share it with anyone else that you think would benefit from it. Until the next video, blessings on your health and fitness journey.